Okay, here's a quick tutorial on how to use watercolour pencils for a good finish, really effective finish. So choosing your colour, you can start to colour not the whole area, but start around the edge. This is a really simple start for the students. So they're going to start by colouring around the edge, not the whole object. I'm choosing that the strawberry is going to be in the foreground, so I'm also going to colour this part, which is the whole strawberry here. So I'm not going to colour the whole area, just around the outside, like this, and maybe just close to the black lines, just around the black lines. You can see there's still quite a lot of white. I'll do this with the grapes now. I'm going to have purple grapes. So I'm just going to colour each grape, maybe just half of it, just around the edge, keeping close to the black lines. The colouring doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be spreading it with water. The trick is you don't use the water or the brush until you've finished putting the pencil to the page. If you go water pencil, it'll turn into a disaster and you can't recolour over the water. It'll just put a hole through the page. So be really, really thoughtful with your colouring, because once you add the water, that's it, you're done. So that's what you need to tell the students. They all need to remember that we colour first and then we add the water later. Okay? So it's a really nice, enjoyable activity. Do it with the students. Have a go yourself. Just relax, walk around with them. Remind them you don't need to cover the whole area with coloured pencil. They're not coloured pencils, they're watercolour pencils. So like this, you can see doing all the grapes. This is a grape here. I'm going to choose the grape to be in the foreground. So I'm going to knock that bit of the leaf off and make it purple as well. Okay, right, my pear, I'm going to have a dark green leaf. So I'm just going to do the edge close to the black line like this, keeping most of that white. I've got a little brown stalk. Would I colour all of it? No, just half of it. And my pear, what colour is a pear? A peachy colour, maybe an orange. It's not orange. I'm going to come back to the pear, I cannot decide. So you can see how I'm doing that. Now imagine I've finished. I'm going to now take the water. I do a 3-step rule. I dip it, I wipe it, and I tap it. Dip it, wipe it, tap it. And get the kids to sing it. Dip it, wipe it, tap it. Dip it, wipe it, tap it. If there is a lot of water in the brush, you're going to create lots of problems because the water will create a hole through paper. Water and paper, it softens. So dip it, wipe it, tap it, and then you can start to spread the watercolour and it creates a really nice, what we call a bleeding effect. I don't know if you want to tell them that, but spreading the colour with the water. Dip it, wipe it, tap it, spread the colour with the brush. Keeping in the lines, keeping it nice and gentle. And you get a much nicer blended effect rather than that pencil look. Okay? Same with the grapes. Take out the colour, wash it well, dip it, wipe it, tap it, and spread the colour. I don't need to dip every time. The water stays in the brush. Blending the pencil around, creating that really nice effect. And you can see that the grapes look more painted rather than coloured in pencil. Okay? Like this, and you can continue. And that's pretty much it. That's the technique we're using. As long as there's not too much water in the brush, it's going to create a nice effect. A darker edge with a lighter centre to create that watery colour effect. Have fun!